Nangyari na nga ang mga hinala ko noon. Nasampula na si Mima Alicia. Aminin niyo man o sa hindi, dati akong vlogger ni BBM. Mayroon talagang ganyan. Kaya mga vlogger dyan na walang alam, nako, good luck sa inyo dahil may isusunod na naman sa inyo dyan. Kapag pumasok kayo dyan, hindi na kayo makakalabas ng buhay.
Nagtanong pa kasi si Karen Davila, look at that mga kadonatics, na real talk ni Attorney Michael Powa. Ngayong araw lang mga kadonatics, huwag na natin patatagalin pa to. Panoorin na natin.
Now, Attorney Michael Powa, what do you tell the public na ang pananaw, especially when you open social media, kung walang itatago ang vice-presidente, kusa niyang ilalabas, di ba? Kumbaga, unnecessary lahat ito if the vice president felt we have nothing to hide, me and my husband, here are our tax records. Because technically, she can waive it. Here are our bank records. Di ba? Wala kong tinatagong yaman o anuman.
Well, first and foremost,
Wait lang mga kadonatics ay talagang pang-elementaryang question yan mga kadonatics. We sometimes hate Karen Davila. We sometimes love her line of questioning. Pero dito ay talagang na real talk siya mga kadonatics. Kung hindi daw guilty si Inday Sara Duterte, bakit nga tinatago yung BIR box na yun? Kaya nga nakasealed yun mga kadonatics Sealed na sealed talaga. Kasi it's not meant for the public. Ay, naku, anong klaseng question yan? Well, anyway, ito, real talk talaga.
I have to premise my answer with saying I do understand that sentiment from the public. Natural, no, na ganun yung nagiging sentimento. Pero at the risk of sounding too technical, ang point...
Pwede ka magtagalog.
Opo, ang punto
Malalim ba mag-Ingles?
ito naman namin kasi is, ano ba ang legal principle sa sistema natin? It's presumption of innocence. So kung sinong nag-aakusa, sinong may aligasyon, siya dapat yung magpakita ng ebidensya. And so ang punto lang namin is, kung meron talaga kayong mga ebidensya to support your allegations, kayo yung maglabas. Hindi naman pwedeng sabihin natin na lang na, ay, sa tingin ko may ginawa kang pagkakamali. Ikaw na maglabas ng mga ebidensya kasi kung wala ka namang tinatago, hindi mo yan pipigilan. Which I think is sort of runs contrary to the principle of presumption of innocence. Second, kung ganun na rin lang, wag na tayo mag-search warrant. Wag na rin tayo mag all of these compulsory processes kasi ang parating hamon naman pala is dapat yung defense yung nagbibigay ng ebidensya, which although I understand that may not be a popular thing to say, that is the legal system, and as lawyers we have to protect our client with whatever protections are afforded by law.
Now, this isn't just a legal
Actually, hindi na siya nag-follow up question si Karen Davila dito mga kadonatics kasi sobrang napaka-clear talaga ng sagot mga kadonatics at hindi makapag-rebut itong si Karen Davila. So, proceed to another question. Ito.
legal exercise. I've said this also to Attorney Ligutan. This is a political exercise. So you have the senator judges who will vote.
Yes.
Technically, they're not judges in other countries. They're just senators in an impeachment trial.
Yes, yes.
So a lot of them aren't lawyers, which is okay.
Yeah.
Hindi naman kailangang
Opo.
abogado po ang isang senador. Pero how would the defense win over senator judges who are not yet leaning towards the vice president, 'di ba? What argument would you make?
Well, two things, no? One is syempre yung ebidensya na may ipapakita. That's very important in any proceeding. Even in a sui generis proceeding, gasgas na nga yung linya na sui generis, diba? Because we all know it's both
Unique.
legal, constitutional, and even political, no? To a huge extent. But secondly, I think it's also laymanizing things. No, I think that's very important. That's why when I delivered the oral arguments, sinubukan ko talagang magpasok ng Tagalog, simplihan yung mga bagay. And even during the question and answer, interpellation ng mga senators, I tried to simplify things. Kasi nga, hindi naman talaga importante na maging abogado ka para maging senator judge ka. Lalong-lalo na, we have people like former SP Tito Soto who has been through how many impeachment trials, diba? So, ang parati ko sinasabi, hindi importante na abogado. Pero, we have to make them understand the technical rules and try to laymanize everything. At makita nila to a certain
Correct.
extent na okay, so hindi naman pala napatunayan na meron talagang ganito or meron talagang ganyan. It's
So,
really something that's important. And
Okay.
also public opinion matters.
Yes, public opinion matters the most here.
Yes.
Okay. So how would you make the public understand? Number one, sa grave threats tayo. Sinabi ng prosecution, tapos na po yun, no, naipresenta na yung article na yun ng prosecution. Ang sinabi ng prosecution is the threat itself is already a criminal act. Yung mismong pagbanta niya, hindi kailangang patunayan na may kinontak na assassin, may hinire na assassin, naging operative na yung utos, hindi daw kailangan nun. The mere fact she threatened the president is enough.
Again, it's very difficult. I'm skirting
Go ahead.
contempt all the time, so I'll try to be as vague as possible with, at least answering your question. The mere characterization of it as a threat or banta, that is basically what we are putting at issue.
So para sa'yo, hindi banta yun?
Para sa depensa, hindi.
Oo. Ano yun?
Bakit? We will show through our
It's
evidence
your
in
turn.
chief. But sa amin kasi, if you read, not read, but if you view that a few seconds of that clip, naintindihan natin bakit sinasabi banta. And that's why we wanted to show context, not only during that time, but even previous instances probably leading to that event, to show there's context and to show na kaya namin sinasabi na hindi natin pwedeng i-conclude na banta yun.
So sinabi ni Presiding Officer Escudero, iba ang ibig sabihin ng banta at babala. Di ba? May
Exactly,
definition
yes,
pa siya.
yes.
So attorney, anong stand ng defense? Ano yun? Babala ba yun?
Wag muna ngayon.
Wag muna.
Karen,
Oo.
wag muna ngayon.
Oo.
But
Ay, nako.
sa amin talaga, it's really the characterization of banta. So, could be babala, could be something else. That's something we're ready to show. No? Whether we will be able to convince the impeachment court or, of course, the general public, which you mentioned is most important, that's the task of the defense. No? And
Okay.
hopefully, we'll be able
Pati paliwanag
Well, mga kadonatics, I'm not a lawyer here, but many times, nung tinanong ni Senator Alan Peter Cayetano itong one of the witnesses, mga kadonatics, sabi niya, kung naniniwala ka talaga, ating si Matibag yung tinanong niya, mga kadonatics, kung pinanood nyo talaga yung whole video at pinaniniwalaan nyo na banta talaga ang sinabi ni VP Sara, bakit yung sabi niya na may threat sa kanyang buhay ay hindi nyo pinapaniwalaan? Bakit? Yung sinabi niya na nagmumudmud ng pera itong si Martin Romualdez ay hindi nyo pinapaniwalaan. So, nagiging selective justice, mga kadonatics, para sa prosecution team. Ito lang yung kunin natin kasi ito yung maganda. Hindi na natin paniniwalaan yung iba. Mas paniniwalaan natin ito. Kaya nga, napaka-poor na argument ng prosecution team, mga kadonatics. There is a thin line between warning and a threat. Kaya nga nung sinabi ni, pina-explain ni Attorney Pia Cayetano itong si Lotok, mga kadonatics, kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng threat at warning. Ano yung differences nila. Nahihirapan si Lutok, mga kadonatics. Sabi niya, it could be a warning also. Kay BBM, it could be a threat. But alam naman natin, mga kadonatics, it was a warning. Kasi nga, may condition siya. Kung papatayin ako, papatayin din ko kayo. Parang ganun. Well, anyway, let's go on.
agree natin sa publiko kasi yung sistema nito iba. So tapos na ang prosecution magpresenta ng grave threats.
Opo.
Pero hindi kayo ang susunod na sasagot at magpipresenta.
Opo, yun nga po eh.
Yeah.
Ang unang ang sistema, although there are discussions on ano yung tamang sequence, no?
Kasi baka makalimutan na ng publiko yung argument dito.
Opo. So we understand that sentiment. In fact, that was one of also the things we discussed internally as a team,
Yeah.
'di ba? Parang paano kaya
Parang
ang
babalik ka
diskarte
doon
dito.
sa una.
So I think there are talks, but I cannot disclose anything just yet. But yun nga po, ang sistema para sa kalaman
sa
natin mga
publiko
kababayan
natin to, oo.
is right now, if it's status quo, is dire-diretso yan article per article prosecution. Pagkatapos nun, once they rest their case o kung tapos na sila, depende naman. So we're thinking about what, let's say 3 months, 2 months for the prosecution, then another 2-3 months for the defense. So it's something that I think both parties will have to think about, the impeachment court will have to think about. I think there are discussions, but I cannot fully disclose kung ano pa muna yon. But in any
What
case,
would benefit both? Wag lang kayo. Both.
may pros and cons yan eh. May pros and cons yan because on the one hand, pag nagsagutan kayo, medyo settled yung, kumbaga nag-join na yung issue, settled na,
tapos na yun.
medyo mapapaisip na yung senator judges, even the public, kung nasagot ba o hindi. On the other hand, kung ganun naman, defense will have the last say in a way, di ba? But that doesn't mean we'll win because it still depends on how we present the case. Kasi kahit naman we have the last say, pero kung walang laman yung nasabi namin, di wala rin. So, there are pros and
posibleng
cons.
magbago ba? Yung schedule?
I think that's something up to the impeachment court to but
pero
there are
next week kasi
discussions.
second article na eh.
Opo. So we'll see.
You'll
There are
see.
things that I cannot disclose yet as of this time kasi mga private conversations lang between lawyers.
Okay.
So but tingnan natin kung ano yung
Alright.
mangyari. But both, to be honest, may pros and cons yan. Both.
Okay. So, Attorney
So, ibig sabihin pala nito mga kadonates, after sa Article 4 ng prosecution, okay? After inipresenta nila lahat ng mga arguments nila, lahat ng witnesses nila, ang defense team na naman pala mga kadonatics, ang susunod, mag-defense sa kay Inday Sara Duterte, not through cross-examine, kundi magpresenta din ng mga witnesses against, okay? Sa grave threat. Pero, ito yung sinasabi ni Karen Davila dito mga kadonatics na dapat sana next week yung defense team na ang magpipresenta ng witnesses against sa grave threats. Ang mangyayari mga kadonatics, prosecution pa rin. Another article na naman, but baka yung Article 1 mga kadonatics. Tama nga, makakalimutan yung walang connection. Dapat continuous talaga yan eh. Well, anyway, nasa kanila yan mga kadonatics. Let's go.
Michael Pawano, to be fair, what do you believe was the weakness of the prosecution with grave threats?
I really don't want to comment on the weakness of
What
the other
weren't they able to prove?
Siyempre sa atin, we're going to say na hindi pa na-establish na talagang banta yun. Diba? That's one thing. Now, whether our position is correct, it's really up to the appreciation
Just
of the
give me your
impeachment court.
side. That's what's important here. Because Attorney Ligutan gave me his side. So you don't have to...
Sa amin, yun lang. Sa amin yun lang na hindi pa naman na-establish na talagang banta yung nangyari. I always say, we cannot deny the utterance. Magbobolahan tayo dyan eh. Pag sinabi natin,
kasi may
totoo ba
video
yung utterance? O pati ba yung utterance, deny natin? Hindi naman ganun ang takbo ng defense. But it's really more of the context. Yun yung gusto namin. Na hindi siya banta. And for us, of course, hindi pa na-establish yun. Especially because we haven't had our chance to present our evidence.
Okay. Now, is personal knowledge on hiring an actual contractor to allegedly kill the president, is that for you vital for the prosecution to prove? Because they keep saying it is not.
I'll be objective. For if ang allegation is threat, hindi
Grave.
naman, or grave threat,
okay.
or grave, whether grave or less grave threat or less serious threat, I mean, hindi. Hindi naman siya vital. It's really meron ba talagang threat? I think that's the vital part, I mean, I've always stood in a position wherein we don't blur the lines regardless of our advocacies, at least for the greater public and those studying law, no? Hindi naman siya elemento ng grave threat. Of course, if there is really a contracted assassin, kaya nga yun ang takbo ng tanong namin kahapon, ano ba yung if the testimony is about a contracted assassin, what's the point? Kasi meron ng allegations sa impeachment, articles of impeachment na threat yung issue, no? So, magre-revolve lang dapat talaga tayo kung meron nga bang banta o wala. Now, to your question, of course, pag meron kang nasabing assassin to the minds of the public, parang there was really a plan, etc.
Parang totoo na yun.
Pero as far as simple lang tayo, yung threat lang mismo, or grave threat yan, I don't think it's vital.
Okay. it's not vital for you, but would this make this an impeachable offense? Meaning, how would you argue that, okay, nagbanta, well, hindi nyo nga sinasabi nagbanta, nasabi yun ni Vice President Sara Duterte, pero hindi siya dapat tanggalin sa kanyang opisina dahil doon. How would you make that argument to senator judges?
I'll be direct because hindi siya banta. Yun lang yun. Kasi ang hirap, Miss Karen, and I hope you indulge me with this, mahirap magsabi kung ang banta is already, syempre sa amin ang posisyon that doesn't rise to the level of an impeachable offense, di ba? But it's a political question in a way. No?
It is.
Because it will depend on the senator judges on how they appreciate that. And if they think simply making a threat against, syempre, the officials of our land is already an impeachable offense, that's up to them. So I'm not here to say, kasi that's really a discretion of the impeachment court. That's well within their wisdom. So sa amin lang, our target is to really show na, okay, banta, whether it's not, even if we believe that doesn't rise to the level of an impeachable offense, we never know how the impeachment court will appreciate that. So point natin is, hindi siya banta.
Now, the impeachment is about the accountability and the fitness of a
Yes.
public official. The prosecution presented videos of former mayor Sara Duterte punching a sheriff. In fact, I asked the prosecution, why didn't they build up on the supposedly violent character of the Dutertes as a whole, establish that? They believe that they have. How would you argue that she is still fit for office, gayong number one? Pasensya ka na, Algon.
Opo, yes.
Ang tatay niya nasa ICC. Yan ito yung magiging tatay niya nasa ICC. Ang alegasyon, ang daming pinatay. Ang vice-presidente na to ng nananakit, ng bubugbog. So when you look at grave threats, it's not just about that one statement. It becomes about her character.
I understand that. I'll do probably one legal point as well, no,
Sure.
with my answer. The first point there is context pa rin dun sa nangyari back in the day, yung nangyari with the sheriff. No,
The
I think context is important, which I think Senator Bongo yesterday during his time explained to the public ano ba talaga yung nangyari doon. What was she protecting at that time?
And bagitin na natin, galit siya na dinidemolish yung bahay ng mga
Informal settlers
ng mga
na
informal
may
settlers.
usapan on a certain thing to give them some time, no?
Na-anchor ako kasi
Oo.
kaya naalala ko. Okay.
And then secondly, dun naman sa kay former president, we don't want to prejudge that case also because everyone's presumed innocent until proven guilty, and we don't know kung ano yung motivation behind him being sent to the ICC without going to the politics of everything. And thirdly, yung na-mention ko rin during the oral arguments, ano ba ang sinasabi ng Korte Suprema na impeachable offense? It's acts or omissions committed while someone is occupying an impeachable office and in relation to that office. So yan yung punto na parati naming pinaglalaban. Kasi yung previous acts, I understand integrity. I mean, that's a constitutional value. I can't deny that all of our public officials need to have integrity, diba? In fact, lahat tayo. But let's not confuse constitutional values with constitutional jurisdiction. Meaning, ano ba yung paglilitis ngayon? Impeachable offense, di ba? So, ano yung impeachable offense? So, yan na nga. Yan ang nasabi ng Supreme Court in relation to their office as an impeachable officer. Nung panahon na yun, hindi pa naman siya impeachable officer. And plus, not only that, we don't want to discount that, but also proper context on kung ano yung mga surrounding circumstances kung bakit may mga ganong nangyari no, sa kanya.
So para sa iyo, context is important.
Yes, context is important in every stage, actually, even with the prosecutions, with their evidence, with our evidence.
But impeachment
Wait lang mga kadonatics. At nasabi ko na din to nung previous videos natin na context is very much important mga kadonatics. Sobrang important talaga. Kung bakit nasabi niya or bakit nagawa niya to. Like for example, once again I will tell you this. In Bible interpretation, which is the hermeneutics mga kadonatics, the science of Bible interpretation, context is the key. You cannot interpret a text mga kadonatics or particular text sa Bible without considering the context. Kasi magkamali at magkamali ka talaga. First, immediate and wider context. It means, pag sabi ng Panginoon nito, okay, this certain verse, ano yung mga preceding verses mga kadonatics? Anong ibig sabihin? Okay? Ito pala. Yan yung immediate context makikita mo in that chapter alone. Okay? Pag whole context or wider context mga kadonatics, pagkasabi ng Panginoon nito, anong ibig sabihin yan sa buong Biblia? Kung may nasabing same text ang Panginoon sa ibang books of the Bible mga kadonatics, kung magkapareha ba? Ngayon, yung term na ginamit dito is like for example, kill. Tapos sa New Testament, kill din, Old and New. Now, i-consider mo na naman yung lexical context mga kadonatics or lexical analysis, which means anong ibig sabihin ng kill dito at anong ibig sabihin ng kill doon sa New Testament. Okay, ano ang Hebrew word ng kill at Greek word ng kill sa New Testament? Magka-same meaning ba sila? Yan yung mga kadonatics. Without that, okay, napakahirap i-interpret ang Bible. Ang nangyayari kasi ngayon ay exegesis ang interpretation. Kaya nga, in one book, there are thousands, 35,000 ata mga kadonatics religion basing one book alone, the Bible. Bakit iba-iba yung belief? Just because of the interpretation. Mali yung interpretation. Eisegesis yung ginawa nila. It means, I will read the text and I will interpret it based on my narrative. Kung sa tingin ko na mali ito, conflict to sa interest ko, hindi ko i-interpret ng ganun yung text. So, eto, pagbasa ko ng text na to mga kadonatics at in line sa belief namin, sa culture namin, that I will interpret it that way. Kaya nga, one book, 30,000 more religions basing that one book alone. Okay, so, diba? That's why context is the key. Huwag mong i-judge ang isang tao base lang sa nakita nyo. Kaya nga sabi sa mga comment section, kung makikita sila ng, ay, nako, may sinuntok. Ay, nanununtok pala tong celebrity na to. Napakapangit pala ng ugali nito. Nako, ganito yung sinabi ng celebrity na to. Napakapangit ng ugali. Ano ang context? Bakit niya nasabi yun? Or bakit niya nagawa yun? Diba? Without that, mga kadonatics, of course, makapag-judge ka agad. Ang ginawa ngayon ng prosecution team, ganon mga kadonatics, yung video na sinabi ni Inday Sara Duterte, mga utterances niya na banta ko para sa kanila, yun lang yung in-interpret nila mga kadonatics without considering the context. Di ba? Kaya, maling-mali talaga sila. Now, ipinakita pa nila yung sheriff video na nununtok. Yun lang talaga yung pinakita nila. Nanununtok mga kadonatics. Pinakita ba nila? In-explain ba nila yung context ng video na yon? Wala. Ganyan ka mga salot itong prosecution team. Yung sinabi ni Inday Sara Duterte, ay, sa pupugutan ng ulo. Toxic na talagang relationship na ito. Alam nyo ba yung context? Without the defense team explaining it, wala. Kasi ang ipinakita lang ng prosecution team, yung video na yun, yung part na video na sinabi niya yun mga kadonatics, without considering the context. Kaya, ikaw ay naniniwala sa mga sinasabi ng prosecution team. Context is the key. Ay, well, before tayo mag-end mga kadonatics, huwag natin ipagpatuloy. Visit ANC Digital mga kadonatics, okay? Andun yung full interview ni Karen at ni Attorney Michael Powa. Today lang, alright? Pakinggan na lang natin to itong BBM vlogger mga kadonatics. Anong sabi niya sa pagkagurgur ni Mima Alicia? At may isusunod daw mga kadonatics na mga BBM vloggers din. Parang nagiging scapegoat pala itong si Mima mga kadonatics. Mima. Eto, panoorin natin.
Nangyari na nga ang mga hinala ko noon. Nasampula na si Mima Alicia.
Nako.
Kayo mga vlogger ni BBM, hindi kayo mga vlogger ni BBM dati. Mga vlogger kayo ni Line. Kayo ang kabardagulan ko noon.
Nako.
Ako ang tunay na vlogger ni BBM noong 2019 hanggang 2022. Itong mga vlogger ni BBM ngayon, sumipsip lang kayo kay BBM ngayon para ganon. Oh.
No.
Aminin niyo man o sa hindi, dati akong vlogger ni BBM. Mayroon talagang ganyan. Ang pinagkaiba lang natin, mga bangag, bumaliktad ako noong nalaman ko na ang hirap ipagtanggol ni BBM. Dahil kitang-kita ang mga ebidensya, mga witness na nag-umpisa na siyang magganyan, mangurakot. 2022, umupo si BBM pagka-presidente. May video ako ipakita sa inyo mamaya. Patunayan kung gaano ako kadayard ni BBM noon. Kaya mga vlogger dyan na walang alam, nako, good luck sa inyo dahil may isusunod na naman sa inyo dyan. Si Mima Alicia, ang dami na kasing nalalaman ni Mima Alicia. Pinasok niya si Trillanes, pinasok niya si Claire Castro, pinasok na niya ang mga grupo na mga dilawan. In short, marami na talagang alam si Mima Alicia.
Di ba?
Kung totoo yung convo nila na siyang humawak ng budget,
Ayun.
patunay lang yan na si Mima Alicia
May connection
ay may
talaga.
direct access sa pinaka-boss nila para sa hati-hatian nila sa suhol. Ang pinagkaiba lang natin mga bangag vloggers,
Naglag.
mas mautak ako. Dahil kayo kapag pumasok kayo dyan, hindi na kayo makakalabas ng buhay. Kaya
Patay.
noong 2022, bumaliktad na ako.
Nako.
Dahil ang mga nasa likod ni BBM, mga malaking sindikato dito sa ating bansa, hindi lang sa ating bansa, kundi abroad. Sindikato ng droga, sindikato ng online games. O, tingnan nyo ngayon, sindikato ng smuggling. Kaya kayo mga vloggers na bangag, mag-ingat kayo. Kaya ako kumala sa pagiging vlogger ni BBM kahit may ganyan, dahil ayaw kong magmukhang tanga sa publiko. Ayaw kong magmukhang bangag sa publiko. Yun ang pinagkaiba natin. Dahil ako marunong ako magbalanse. Hindi ako tipo ng taong yes lang ng yes. Kahit ang amo nyo nasa maling landas na. Di ba? Sus, may rosip ninyo mga bangag vloggers. May isusunod sa inyo. Mark my word. Lalo na dyan sa may mga alam na, may maraming alam na. Nako, si Lisa ang mga ano sa inyo dyan. Titira. Nako, mag-iingat kayo dyan kay Lisa. Kaya nga si BBM naging dilawan eh. Dahil kay Lisa, biruin mo, yung mga kritiko ni BBM noon, yung mga ayaw kay BBM noon, naging kakampi niya ngayon. Dahil kay Lisa, naging dilawan si BBM. Sa kabila ng pagbabati ko sa kanya noon ng kanyang ama. Yan po ang patunay kung gaano kabangag si BBM. So kayo nga vloggers dyan, manood kayo, ito ako noon, kung gaano ko kamahal si BBM noon, kung gaano ko na-obsess ni BBM noon, BBM ng BBM ang bunganga ko, manood kayo.
Mga kaungas, live tayo ngayon sa inaugurasyon ni BBM. Yes, tama! Yes! Ang talino talaga ng presidente natin, ang talino.
Kendul Kendul
Ay, ay.
lo tampak lo yo Jangkong jalannya mi Giginya ompong mengerang rantau Tutel mandan nyusap
Ayan pala.
Sering ngampet
Pastilan. Well, anong masasabi nyo mga kadonatics? Talagang nakakatakot pag BBM vloggers ka, vlogger ka. Nako! Nako! Especially kung ikaw yung BBM vlogger na, binabayaran para magiging vlogger mga kadonatics para kutsain si Inday Sara Duterte ng mga PPI-in mga kadonatics. Can you imagine? Ganon katindi ang mga vloggers ni BBM. Kung makapagsalita ay kala mo mga kadonatics na kung sino na sila. Well, I don't condemn sa nangyari kay Mima Alicia. Hindi ako natuwa sa nangyari sa kanya kasi I know isang vlogger din siya and I'm a vlogger too. But, we have to be very careful sa ating mga pinagsasabi, sa ating mga pinaggagawa, sa ating pinasok mga kadonatics. Kasi baka yan ang dahilan na magurgur tayo. Well, anyway, kung may katotohanan yung mga pinagsasabi niya mga kadonatics, talagang delikado talaga. And I hope sa kanya, yung mga revelasyon niya mga kadonatics, magiging safe din siya kasi, nako, hindi basta-basta yun. Anyway, thank you so much and comment down below mga Kadonatics at babasahin natin yan. God bless you and ingat palagi. Bye-bye.